really, it's like the embodiment of Roseville's identity.
Many locals love the old Hotel Belvedere and want to save it from being torn down. The 4,000 square foot structure was built in 1917, and while it's not registered as a historical building,
it's listed as a major contributing building for this Old Town Roseville Historical District. That's the highest listing a building can have.
After the railroad was moved from Rockland to Roseville, the Belvedere housed many of its railroad conductors and engineers and functioned as a hotel up until the 1980s. It was owned by Dolores Manring and her family since the 1940s. The family sold the property to Old Roseville LLC. Fox 40 reached out to the new owners, who are native Sacramentans, realtor Mark Martella and retired Major League Baseball player Derek Lee, who declined going on camera. The owner, Mark, tells us that they looked into what it would cost to renovate the old hotel about a year ago, and he says it was not cost effective. So instead, they're going to replace it with 18 units of townhomes, he says, to give people an opportunity to own a piece of historic downtown Roseville. Sherry Prieto's grandmother purchased the home she lives in back in 1960, which is just across the street from the Hotel Belvedere.
It's part of Roseville. It's historic Roseville, you know? I mean, so many people have gone through this place, and it's just so sad to see everything. It's like they want to take our history away from everything of Roseville.
City Council member Scott Alford says it's a delicate situation, and he recognizes both sides.
The value of downtown having historic flavor, I think that there's a really good value for that.
The Main Street Plaza project replaced an empty field and a decrepit old building. The councilman said it's affordable housing open to everyone, including veterans.
And the nice thing about being in the downtown is it's very wide. Train station right there, there's bus transportation, so that's the advantage of having some of that in downtown versus, you know, having out in the middle of nowhere.
There's so many properties going out towards the freeway, you know, the newer Roseville. Build out there, build all your stuff out there, but let's leave our little town and our little community alone.
In Roseville, Rowena Shaddix, Fox 40 News.
It is not a done deal quite yet. The plan to build those condos on that property goes in front of the Planning Commission at the end of the month. If it's approved, removal of that building can begin. If the plan is appealed, City Council will make a decision on what might happen next.
The mayor of Elk Grove is